I might be making a mistake here. I've been running the Garmin Zumo XT2 on my KLR 650, and it's been a pretty important part of my navigation setup. But I'm taking it off. I'm going to try something completely different. This is the Kemimoto 5-inch motorcycle CarPlay and Android Auto display. And I'm not just going to install it, ride around the block and tell you I like it. I'm going to actually use it. I'll start with a temporary setup out at Browns Lake on the Montana BDR section number 4. If I like what I see, I'm coming back home doing a permanent install. And then this becomes my primary navigation screen. So let's see if this thing can earn its place on the KLR. And this is where I'm going to get my first real look at the Kemimoto. One of the reasons I wanted to try something like this is because motorcycle navigation, it's changed. Instead of mounting my phone directly on the handlebars, I can keep my phone with me and use a dedicated motorcycle display to access the apps I already use, like Google Maps, Onyx Off-Roads, Gaia GPS, and whatever else works with CarPlay or Android Auto. And plus, the price. I would much rather have a inexpensive screen sitting up here on my motorcycle than a $1,400 cell phone. This is the 5-inch version, and I specifically wanted the smaller display. I don't need my KLR cockpit looking like the control panel of a Boeing 737. We've got the screen, mounting hardware, wiring, and everything we need to get this temporarily mounted. According to Kemimoto, it's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, automatic brightness adjustments, glove-friendly touchscreen, operational, and an IP67 waterproof rating. And for a motorcycle, waterproofing and glove operations aren't really optional. They're requirements. For the first test, I'm keeping the installation temporary. I just want to get it mounted, get it powered up, and see how I actually like using it. Well, there it is. Honestly, I like the size. It's not taking up the entire cockpit, and it's where I can glance down and see it. Now let's connect the phone. CarPlay, Android Auto, it's loading. One thing I noticed right away, it took about 20 seconds to connect to the phone. I did not have a timer going, so give or take. It's not a deal breaker for me. It's just something I want you to know. There we go, connected. Google Maps works just like you would expect. Got to open up Onyx Off-Roads. That one's very important to me. I currently don't have Gaia on my phone anymore. I used to, but I stopped using them. That's really the appeal for me, to be able to use my navigation and bring up Pandora or my music or make phone calls. This thing is far easier to deal with to make a phone call. Looks like I can make shortcuts to add custom phone numbers for, say, my wife or the office or the shop. And I can already use apps I'm already familiar with right here on the motorcycle. This is where the Kemimoto has to earn its keep. I'm looking at the screen while I'm riding. I can see it. The bike's moving. The sun is hitting the display. And this is exactly the kind of environment where I need navigation to work. So far, I'm liking it. Now, there is one little thing I noticed. I can swipe the map around on the screen, but I can't pinch to zoom. So if I want to change the map zoom, I got to use the plus and minus buttons. Is that a deal breaker? No. But it's something I would like to see improved. And honestly, I'd like to see Kemimoto include some additional spacers with the mounting kit too. That would give riders more options where they're trying to mount this on different bikes, as their kit didn't have bushings to fit my GPS bar, so I actually used my Garmin mount system So when I get back to the garage, I decided this thing has earned a more permanent test. So I completely removed the Garmin mount and the temporary wiring, and instead of putting the Kemimoto back on the handlebars, I decided to mount it right here on the GPS bar next to the windscreen, where it belongs. There's just the one problem I kind of mentioned. The GPS bar is smaller than the handlebars, and the mounting kit does not include bushing small enough to fit that. So I used the RAM mount from my Garmin GPS to hold the Kemimoto. For me, it was a simple fix. I had the pieces, right? So if you're going to mount it on your GPS bar, you may have to get an additional piece. And maybe Kemimoto will listen and update that and add some, maybe a 12 millimeter and a 13 millimeter. I think those are the common GPS bars. Honestly, I like this setup even. I like this. I think I'm going to enjoy using this. After the permanent install, let's take the KLR out for an evening ride through town. And this just gave me another little test. I was able to listen to Pandora on the ride back from the lake and again during the evening ride. So this is a budget-friendly option. So far, I like what I'm seeing. And now I'm committed to using this as my primary navigation system. I'm going to put some real miles on this thing. Different roads, different weather, different conditions. I'll keep you updated on how it performs. And if you want to try one yourself, I've got a discount code through Amazon that Kemimoto has given me. Use code RO18 for 18% off the motorcycle screen. This discount is currently good through October 20th of 2026. So if you want to see how this thing holds up in the real world, make sure you subscribe to Broken Nickel Garage and turn on those notifications. I'll be taking this thing on some adventures and giving you the real world updates. Until then, ride safe.